Hey everyone, welcome back to Silent Hill F. And we found our first new memo of this session, it seems. This room seems new. I don't recall seeing anything like this in the first playthrough. It's just surrounded by all these dolls. Unfinished letter. My future friend, spring unfurls around me in vivid color as I write you this letter. Upon your arrival, you may bear anxiety about your new life. The slightest remembrance of your old home may call tears to your eyes like it once did to mine. The scent of ripe plums joins with warbler's bird song. In bittersweet union, memories that call me home to a mountain village spring. Oh, is this the fox mask guy reminiscing about his past? How he had to give up everything? Everywhere I turn, I am met with splendor. The sound of chirping warblers, the smell of sweet plums. I am certain that this land, though new to you, shall become a place of respite and tranquility. You and I call the same village home, so please share with me whatever weighs on your mind. I am eager to hear your stories of home, and together we... It gets cut off. Is that from the fox guy? He also had to give up everything pretty much to stay in there and become whatever it is that he's transformed into. Yeah, because I do not recognize this room from the first playthrough. Oh, there's another one too. And an Omamori. And an Emma too. Damn, this room was just loaded. Performing a counter without using focus increases damage inflicted. Stacks up to 5 times and resets when damage is taken. Performing a counter without using focus increases damage inflicted. So I'm guessing that's one that you have to combine with the other one. The one where you do the automatic counter. Not the automatic counter. The one where you dodge first and then you do a counter. I'm guessing you have to combine these two. And it says it stacks up to 5 times. And resets when damage is taken. Or you also have to use it, I'm guessing, with the automatic counter Omamori that we haven't found yet. We got an Emma. Let's see what this note is. A perspective on hierogamy. The other day, my honorable father-in-law told me that fate had smiled upon me, that my blood had been blessed by the stars. If I attempt to interpret his words, I can only understand it to mean that he believes that an intervention of good fortune or coincidence allowed me to be so connected with this house. However, I do not believe he meant to humble me with his words. Instead, I think his words to be taken more literally. My very blood was favored by fate. In the world of mortals, there exist rare individuals who possess non-ABO blood types. So maybe having blood that was blessed by the stars simply means that I was born with a rare mutation. After all, there are many variations, some of which are as uncommon as 1 in 100,000 people. Perhaps when a human child who possesses blood that contains the power to deepen the bond between mortals and gods is born into a village, they are selected as a candidate for hierogamous marriage. If such is the case, then it would explain why such partnerships are so infrequent. I wonder who shall be next to be welcomed into this world. If it is another child beloved by fate, then I would like to do all in my new power to help them transition into a new life. Mayumi. Okay, so this is not the fox guy. This is that girl who said she wasn't going to see her parents again. So I'm guessing she fully got absorbed into this world and became one of the people we see in the mask. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at all the dolls right there. So that's kind of interesting because if you read the message over in the first part of the shrine, it sounded like she was full of regret, but now she's seems to be happy to be staying there, so I wonder what it is it actually did to her. We cannot open this door and there seems to be nothing there. Okay, so we're going to proceed along as normally. Because I was about to say that guy seems to be getting high off his own supply, but then the letter was from her, so I'm guessing she's one of the Fox people now, the ones that wear the mask and accompany him during the ceremony. I wonder if we're gonna see more of them in the Fox wedding ending. I think I caught a tiny glimpse of a screenshot when I was researching some stuff for the game. But I still don't really know, besides the wedding, obviously, what the Fox wedding ending actually means or represents. Okay, so we still have to do the shrine section like normal. They actually released a patch just today, I think, that includes casual mode in the game. And now you can play the game without a lot of forced encounters, and there's a lot less enemies, and you take less damage. And it was they're joking in Japan that it was not named after the voice actress who, or I guess the face model who did Hinako's face, because she's been playing the game on Twitch and apparently she's not very good at it, so they might have included that mode specifically for her. But it actually sounds like it does a lot to alleviate the frustration with the game, because this game does not have balanced combat at all in the first playthrough. So I'm guessing that might have been an attempt to salvage the game based on all the complaints that people have given about the game being too hard or too difficult or too frustrating on the first playthrough. I'm not going to try casual in this one because I want to get the trophies for the puzzle difficulty. And if you try to do it on casual, since you can skip whole sections, it actually won't let you get the trophy. You have to play the game again. So I might give that a try much later on for a brief session just to see what it's like. But I'm not going to be doing it for this one because otherwise we're going to miss out on the trophies. So that's a no-go for casual on this playthrough. But we'll try it out later on. Alright, we found another one. This one is the Fox Origami. Hinako, why are you here? This was supposed to be my chance to talk to Shu alone. Why the hell are you here, and why the hell are you cozying up next to Shu like that's where you belong? And the cherry on top, Sakuko decided to tag along too, just because of you. But I can forgive her. I mean, she did me the favor of dying soon enough anyway. Damn. How long are you gonna keep living for? You're already dead. Quit haunting Ebisugoka like some pathetic ghost. Damn, even in death, Rinko's a hater. God damn, she just can't let anything go. And it's funny because before this, we just picked up a note over here. That was Rinko as a child saying how much happier it was to eat candy with friends than alone. So she really changed once she became obsessed with Shu. I'm not gonna say fell in love with Shu because she's obsessed. That's not love, that's obsession. And I'm guessing those are her real feelings too. Like Hinako's memory lingered in the town, and Shu didn't want to let go. And so she was so disappointed that Shu just would not forget about his old friend. Man, even in death, Rinko has to be a hater. She just can't let anything go. Oh, here's this jackass. Got something for you. Double team? Hell yeah. Give me your souls, you fools. You ain't shit now. We got the power of the gods. I still have no idea what the hell that even is inside the candy. Obviously it's supposed to be something scary, but I have no idea what it actually is. Besides just flesh. Give me that medal. Alright, so there's the crest.
Found it.
We found one, I'm gonna find the other two. Oh, here's another swan. All of a sudden, the town was enveloped in a thick fog. Everywhere I looked, I saw strange monsters. I could only bring myself to sit inside my empty house, alone and shaking. Oh, boo-hoo. You're not the only one there, Rinko. That's when Shu came and rescued me. After that, it didn't matter how terrifying the outside world was, so long as I was able to spend a long time with Shu. Also, they are experiencing the fog world. I guess maybe as a dream, unless they just got replicated. But yeah, it sounds like they are experiencing the fog world. It's just they're both in the real world and the fog world at the same time. But then I realized that cockroach Hinako was with him. What are the odds? Just die, you pest. You don't belong in this town anymore. Did you forget that? Jesus Christ, Rinko is seriously psychotic. I'm sorry, but they needed to kill her. Like it had to be done because she's insane. She's literally insane. What can we do to get the sanity restored? I guess we'll drink this tea then. I guess we'll drink the tea. Got no choice. Put it over here. I was gonna use it as an offering, but I guess we might as well just drink it. It was only a bit of sanity, but I might as well take it. As we got closer to the store, our classmates would peel off one by one as they turned to go. It was never just me and Shu on our own, but I didn't care. But of course, there was always a dirty little cockroach crawling all over Shu. I mean, come on, we're all walking home together. How about having a conversation that everyone else can join in on? Don't just go running off your own little weird Space Wars world together. Okay, that one we did see before. We saw that one before. Rinko's a malevolent hating bitch. I think she's probably the biggest monster in the whole game. Worse even than those pregnant monsters that bother everyone. God damn. God damn, that one scared the hell out of me. Oh, we got something for her ass right here. We're gonna dunk you in lava again, Rinko, until you finally die this time. Yeah, how do you like that, Rinko?
I helped you countless times.
Yeah, because you thought it made you feel superior. That's the only reason she offered any help, because she wanted to hold something over them, Hinako and Sakuko. Like, I'm sorry, but if Hinako really did try to kill her out of the wedding, that's fine by me, because that's what she deserved. She's a monster. You know, people vilify James for what he did in Silent Hill 2. What he did before he got to the town. Man, I don't think James has anything on this bitch. I think James comes out looking like a respectable saint compared to this psychopath in that jail cell right there.
It'll do me some good to finally be rid of the burden that is you.
I wonder if she killed her first, and that was why Shu was trying to get everyone to back off, and he said he was going to talk to her in a panic. I wonder if Hinako went straight for Rinko first. Because the father's just an asshole and a drunk.
Secret to be you, Hinako. You've got it all.
But Rinko takes it to a whole other level. Okay, so we open this up. We did the hidden chamber there. We did that one. We gotta open up the green. Where's the green one? Okay, there we go. We got the green one open. So watch out for those corners. Because them bitches do like to ambush you from around the corner. I already hear one. You almost had me. Let's see if this works. I wanted to do the perfect dodge. God damn. God damn. Come on. I'm trying to do the perfect dodge to see if it really does that much damage with the new one. Kind of. That took a lot. Yeah, this one right here, it's I was gonna say it's not even worth it. Unless we can just use it without charging up, maybe instead of I guess what they want you to do is they want you to find the little signal that she's gonna charge, and then just do it without focus. So I guess we'll give it one more try. I think the perfect dodge one is the useless one. I had them mixed up. I think the perfect dodge is useless. Because I think what they want you to do is instead of charging it like this, they just want you to strike when you see the signal.
Rinko's room.
More Yokon. Good old music magazine. Yeah, so I was wondering how they wanted you to pull that off, but I guess they want you to pull it off while just before the thing is attacking. They just don't want you to use focus. Nothing there. Let's check the room first, make sure we don't miss anything. Rinko's secret journal. I wish I could live in a world where it's just Shu and me, but I don't mean that I want the rest of the town to disappear. No, what I truly want is a world where Shu and I can bask together in the spotlight with everyone else standing in the background as our supporting characters. I don't suppose there's a spell that I could cast that would create such a dream world. This woman is delusional. I'm starting to think it's a combination of all of the above. Like, Hinako had her trauma with her father being abusive and trying to marry her off to that piece of shit. She didn't want to be there, and she was forced to leave the town and all her friends. And then Fox Guy has his own thing going on that may or may not be related to the man she's marrying. Then Shu had his own problems, and then Rinko, being a psychotic bitch, probably did try to cast some spell and that just backfired and ended up created this whole freaking mess. So I think it's all of the above. I think all the factors combined to just create this hell that she's now going through. And they're experiencing it at the same time in a dream. They just don't realize that it's also happening in like another dimension. So it's not just a manifestation of her mind. It's a manifestation pretty much of all their issues all at once. But I think Rinko might have been the one that set it off somehow if she dabbled in magic and tried to cast that spell. Because in this world, Shu really is paying attention only to her. She keeps reminding him of how Hinako doesn't need him for anything. And so she keeps pulling him away from Hinako, so it's exactly what she wanted. For Shu's attention to be fixated solely on her. The funny thing is, she's so overbearing and psychotic that I think even if Hinako wasn't a factor, Shu would just dump her eventually. He would just have enough and get the hell out of there. Because that woman is crazy. Okay, this is the old one. We saw that one already. But yeah, I wonder what she might have done. What type of spell did she cast? I didn't get the symbolism before, but I get it now. She's two-faced. Remember? Rinko is two-faced because she says one thing to Hinako's face and then sends another behind her back, so she's two-faced. Good old Harvey Dent. Yeah, like I know it sounds bad, but if Hinako really did kill her, I cannot bring myself to care. That woman is psychotic. That one has no face. Where's the second medallion? Oh, you're gonna get up again, aren't you, you bitch? Where's the other medallion? We need 3. What happened to the other one? Is it this one over here? There we go. Her face is melting. Alright, let's see if this works. Oh, goddamn, there's 3 of them? Screw that. We're out of here. Nope. They could keep that shit. We're out of here. Hell no, man. I was gonna try it on one. I'm not fighting all 3 of them at the same time. Hell no. Hell freaking no. Here you go, one step closer to death. You traitorous bitch.
Why did you get it all?
It's funny how she claims that Hinako has everything and Hinako actually has nothing. She has an abusive father, a mother who's a pushover and also verbally and mentally abusive. She's an enabler. And then she has to marry some guy she barely knows or maybe doesn't even know at all, who's probably way older than her because her father literally sold her off for money to pay his loan that he got stuck with because of his own stupidity. So it's funny to hear her claim that why does Hinako get everything when Hinako actually doesn't have everything at all? She doesn't have anything at all. The only thing she had was Shu and playing Space Wars. That was literally the only good thing in her life. She's got a abusive father, a crappy mother, and a crappy older sister who doesn't give a shit about her. And it's just yeah, like she really doesn't have anything at all. Okay, so we found 2 out of 3. There's no metal in this one because that's new. So I'm guessing we gotta go over here to this room and find the 3rd one. I'm guessing that's how that works, because I do not remember from the first playthrough. Or else we have to go to the blue one over here. I'm trying to figure out because I guess we gotta activate the blue and then activate the white. Yeah. And then we have to switch it over in this one. Alright, let's give it a try. I was trying to work out the route. I wanted to see what route we should take.
I have to work so much harder for everything. I actually tried!
You should try shutting up for once, woman. Freaking weirdo. I do think Rinko might become one of the all-time great Silent Hill characters just because of how hateful and spiteful she is. We've never seen this layer of venom anywhere in the series. Like, not even Claudia or Braintree or any of the other characters from the old games. We've never seen that level of pure viciousness before. That is completely new. Okay, so we've been there before. The one with the dolls. So we have to open up the other one. That is closed. So that's closed. That's also closed right there. I wonder, can we not get through? I'm guessing not. I'm guessing we have to unlock the other path. Yeah, let's just go back. I think we have to unlock the other path, because I don't think we can get through there.
I want out of your world!
I'm sure they'll tell us what's really going on by the end. Okay, so now we're going to try to open up this door over here, because the red should be open right there. And this one should be open there. Now we can get into the red one. And we can switch it right over there. Oh, we should probably go over here first. Head to that secret room before we close the doors, because then it's going to close up all the doors with the red symbol on it. Or the anime symbol, as they call it. Alright, here we go. Second chance. Let's see.
Get out.
Oh yeah, that is much stronger. So now we don't have to charge it now. Now that we got that Omamori, all we have to do is literally just press the button. We don't even have to charge it. That is way, way stronger. Yeah, we have to get inside there. So we gotta switch the light. I believe that's the final room. We should be able to get the third piece from there. Every time I see that blue symbol, I'm just reminded of the blue medallion in Resident Evil 4 Remake. That's what it reminds me of, the medallions that the merchant has you hunt down all over the place. I just keep seeing it over and over again. Especially since I've played that game so many damn times at this point. I'm gonna use up a bandage because why not? Give me that sushi. Okay, so now we switch this one. And we should be able to just double back and go to the other room. Yeah, because the only one that locked is the blue one. So it's blue and red and then green and silver. Oh, let's see what new stuff is in here. This is the classroom memory.
It all seems like ages ago.
Yeah, we were so young back then. We didn't have a fox mask glued to our head. We didn't have a wolf arm replacing our real one. We weren't branded with whatever the hell this thing is. Yeah, we were much younger and innocent then. We had not become a freak of nature thanks to the silver-haired fox guy.
Recess. Friends.
You can almost hear it in her voice. It's almost like her memory's starting to go. Like the fox guy is literally replacing every last piece of her that he doesn't want with what he does want. I've wasted years of my life at school carefully putting on the good girl act, pretending I was perfect in every way, basking in my own sense of superiority. Back then I sincerely believed I was better than everyone else. But things are different now. I can see how I've been looking down on others just to falsely raise myself up. I can't help but wonder though, has everyone else seen through my act this whole time? Hinako, Sakuko, even Shu, maybe they've always seen me through... Maybe they've always seen through me, straight to my rotten core. Maybe all this time they were only pretending to be my friends. Oh, so she's trying to feel bad about it now. It's too late. You suck, Rinko. It's too late to make amends now. Oh, and here she goes again. But I'm not the one at fault. It's all because of that awful Hinako. If only you were gone, then I wouldn't be feeling like this. Jesus Christ, so it's Hinako's fault that she's a psycho. It's like the freaking Joker in Batman comics and the animated series and everything. Where it's like, oh, if only you weren't here, I wouldn't be like this. It's like fool, it's your own damn choice to be a freaking psycho. At no point is Batman forcing you to be a freaking psychopath going around killing thousands of people. You're doing that on your own, and he always tries to blame it on Bruce. Oh, as long as Batman is around, I have to be this way. No, you don't. No, you don't. That's a choice you consciously make every time you get up in the morning. Like, Bruce is not responsible for your shit. As far as you deciding to be that way. It's the same thing here. Like, Hinako is not responsible for any of the bullshit that Rinko puts out. Trying to figure out what to get rid of so we can pick that up. Oh, it's just a divine water. Never mind. Let's just leave it there. I thought maybe it was something important. Yeah, it's like she's intentionally trying to shift the blame onto everyone but herself, especially Hinako. It reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 4, that cutscene in the hangar with Rex on Shadow Moses Island just before Naomi quote unquote dies or starts dying, where she immediately tries to blame like her own sins on Snake, saying that he has to atone for what he's done. It's like, bitch, Snake has nothing to do with what you've done. That's all you. Don't try to shift the blame onto other people. The reason Liquid is doing what he is, and the reason they're all in that mess is because of you. And she's still trying to blame Snake even towards the end, even though Snake has done nothing but just save her sorry ass over and over again. It's just some people are like that. They will shift the blame onto anyone but themselves for being shitholes and assholes. You know, they just don't want to accept that they're rotten. She even said it. She's rotten to the core. So why is Hinako responsible for that? Like, you're responsible for that. Why didn't you change when you were still young? Why did it take you so many years until I'm guessing she's in her 20s now? Why did it take you so many years to do some introspection and realize what an asshole you were? Like, why did it take you that freaking long to realize, oh, maybe I should actually act like a decent human being? And then she's still blaming Hinako in all capital letters. It's just endless bullshit from her. Like, Jesus Christ. She's a monster. You know what? She would work well in the Order, in the actual Silent Hill, because they could have her do all sorts of shit to people, and she would never blame herself. She would always blame them or someone else. Oh, it's not my fault. They made me do it. Even though she would willingly join the Order and carry out whatever insane rituals or plots they wanted her to do, she would always blame someone else. It would never be her fault. She would be the perfect Order member for that religious group, because they could have her do anything from theft to murder, and she would literally always place the blame on someone else. Always. Like, Vincent would be impressed with the level of snark and petty jealousy and hatred that this woman has. He'd raise an eyebrow at it, but he would be impressed.
And now, Rinko and I,
Get me out of here. I like that they at least put you back in the main hall. You don't have to backtrack all that time. Oh, we're about to go our separate ways, alright. I'm going to the next room and she's heading straight to the lava hell. Straight to hell through molten lava right there. Here we go. Let's plunge this bitch where she belongs. And this is new because she has the fox arm now. And the mask.
just for once, think about how he feels. You're a traitor. You played with his heart. Say you're sorry. Get on your knees and beg for forgiveness. Can't you hear me? Why don't you say something? Hinako!
There you go, Rinko. Enjoy your bath in that molten mac and cheese. It's appropriate that Hinako saved the most painful death for her. Like Sakuko, she just turns her back on her, and then Shu is choking from being hung, but at the same time, like he tells her outright it's her choice. So it's not. It could be worse, but then it's fitting that she saved the most painful death for Rinko. So on some level, even if Hinako wasn't fully aware of it, on some level she knows Rinko is a traitorous piece of shit. She senses it. And I'm guessing that as she grew older and then actually got married to whoever that guy is and pretty much lost every happy part of her life, I'm guessing she looked back and realized what a deceitful, traitorous wretch Rinko actually was, and hence her hatred of her grew. Because why wouldn't you hate that woman after everything she's done? I don't know who's worse, the mother refusing to stand up for the father, or Rinko being such a shit friend to all of them. I think it might be Rinko. It might be worse with her because at least the mother, she's kind of intimidated or scared of the dad. And she's accepted it after all these years, so there's nothing you can really do there. She is who she is, but Rinko even says she should know better, and she still behaves that way. So I think between the mother and Rinko, Rinko's actually the worst one.
Hey, partner. Guess this is the last time I get to call you that. Huh?
Man, I wanted this gun.
My most prized possession. I wouldn't let anyone other than you touch it.
But no, they gave us that stupid prototype lightsaber. I wanted that gun. I thought maybe we could one-shot enemies with that gun.
That's weird. Where did it go?
Alright, we read that one already.
Not a big deal. That's just what it means to forget. You really struggled to keep your first plant alive. First time showing this to you. How embarrassing.
So on Ruby's stream, they questioned why they questioned why he would no, it wasn't Ruby's stream. I think it was Vash's stream. He questioned why why Shu would have that drawing. And when Hinako examines it, she says it's obviously been made by a crude artist, like a child, and it's all ugly and stuff. Why she would think that? But I think to Shu it really was just a regular drawing. It's Hinako who sees herself that way, as being ugly and not appropriate and all that stuff. Like she's the one putting herself down, but to Shu it's just a drawing of his friend. But to Hinako, she's the one who sees it that way.
I worked my butt off on that kanji test so I could get this. Remember?
So Shu actually has nothing bad to say about the drawing himself. It's purely Hinako's mindset that makes her see it in a negative light. Oh, we're almost at 10,000. Nice. We still got a ways to go, but we're almost there. Damn, we got way too many health items. God damn. I think we're just gonna offer some of the Yokon. Just so we can have some space. Look at that. We got a two whole spaces because we got a shit ton of health we gotta use. So what's missing? Because we already retrieved the not the painting, the portrait drawing right there. So what's missing? I do know one thing. We're gonna fight.
I need to know what your final decision is.
We're gonna fight that pregnant monster again in boss form. So thankfully we have we're ready for it. We got the full Kutsu symbol full, so we should just transform and just tear it up. I'm not even gonna try to fight that thing fair. Medicine cabinet from Shu's place. Oh, look at that, another bandage. Now, Shu's more complicated because even though he was a friend, he really was the one who got her hooked on those drugs unintentionally. He should not have been prescribing her those things. Should have just let her take over-the-counter medicine. God damn. Like everyone else. More Arari. God damn. Oh, we can't go back. We cannot pick up that T. Now we can. Nothing there. So we can open that. That leads us back around, I think, to the boss fight area. No, that leads to the boss area. Never mind. Never mind. That leads to the boss area. So what's over here? Is it just the path that circles around from the other shrine? I guess. Also, there's nothing in here. That's kind of odd. I would have thought there would be at least something there. Maybe it's just a spare item, I guess. Yeah, there ain't shit over here, so let's just proceed over to the next boss. We're gonna tear that monster up. If only you could switch between the wolf arm and the regular weapon so that you could decide which one you want to use at a given time. I know technically you don't need a weapon now because you have the arm, but I'd rather just be able to switch between it. Especially if we could switch between them in the real world, that would be pretty useful. Alright, let's go, let's get this over with. We saved up all that juice for a reason. Okay, this is still the same. we go. Yeah. You ain't shit. You ain't shit now that I've got my gigantic wolf arm. Or fox arm, whatever. Oh, fuck those capsules. Hell no. That was incredibly easy. See, if it weren't for that damn Sakuko boss fight, like, it was just, we would be able to play on hard because we wouldn't need to keep making space because we will be using up some of those, some of those health items. It's just that one boss fight that, is a real problem. Everything else was fine. I'm tempted to give it a new try. But the thing is, I already know I have to play, Lost in the Fog difficulty, so I'm going to save that for the full playthrough. So we can do that and get the 4th ending and also get the trophy for Lost in the Fog. So I'd rather just save all the Omamori that we've accumulated, all this useful stuff, just save it for that. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of this one. Because the perfect dodge is too difficult to do. And since this already bulks up our counter, there's no point in having this one, so we're gonna get rid of it. See, perfect dodges become easier to perform, but then you'd have to get rid of 2 just to, I guess we can get rid of the slightly restores health, that way we can use up some of our health items. Okay, where's the item that we have to find? Oh, it's the comic book. I remember it was the same in the first game too. Let's see if we can, if it really does become easier to do a perfect dodge. Let's see. Oh hell yeah, it does. Ah, but we use up all our stamina. So it's basically a one-shot kill, almost. I guess maybe for the stronger monsters, like those heavy weirdos with all the multiple faces, maybe it'll be useful for them because that way we can kill them easily. We don't have to keep using attacks over and over again. Brainiac Hero comic. And this is new again. She has the mask and the arm here. He's strung up like he's in a Hellraiser movie.
You came back, partner. I wanted. It's alright. Whatever the outcome, I'll respect my partner's choice.
Oh, here's this scumbag again.
It must be hard for you to bid farewell to childhood friends.
Yes. No. It had to be done. As soon as I could. I'm so very sorry. For what you just saw.
You need not apologize. I should be begging your pardon for forcing this pain upon you. Onward.
Well, it's like the painting. He doesn't notice that she's in conflict. Like the painting with the foxes and the birds. We gotta kill this guy one way or another. Some way or another, we gotta kill that guy to end this, probably.
Shoo. Rinko?
Because like I said, I would not be surprised if they show the man she's actually marrying, and when they show his face, it turns out to be him. And the thing is that he's not just a manifestation, like he is in both worlds at the same time. It would not surprise me in the slightest if they show that the man she was really marrying is him. Okay, now that we have the weapons again, I think I'm going to change. We're going to replace this one because as useful as that counter is, it consumes too much stamina. Like, you're basically left unable to move. So I'd rather not use that. We'll switch this one to protect the weapons. We have high damage, we have greatly decreases weapon durability consumption, we have the counter, and we have perfect dodge. Should we even bother with perfect dodge in the real world or not? Or the fog world? Oh yeah, because I said I was going to use it on the heavy guys. I forgot to use the lightsaber on the oh no, we couldn't because we can't use the weapons in the dark shrine. We can only use the wolf arm. See, because I'm trying to decide which one is better. Because this increases counter damage. Yeah, you know what? Let's see if we find any of those heavy guys. The ones with the multiple faces, and then we can try out that dodge. I just want to see how much damage it does. Oh, this is where we gotta run from the fog monster. There's another trophy for that one.
The plans to meet up. At your place, right? There's just too many.
Yeah, I just want to see what the damage does to that one, to those heavy enemies, and then we'll switch it back. I just want to see how much damage it does, especially with the sledgehammer.
Is that thing still chasing me? Well, maybe they had to get away from that thing.
There's a chocolate bar right there, which we cannot pick up because we have no space. Yeah, we gotta start using up some of those first aid kits and bandages.
Maybe they had no choice but to go on without me. That has to be it.
There's some Ramune. Oh, another box. Let's see what's in this one. Diary of Revenge. Oh, this is a long one. And then, in the Edo period, Ebisugoka witnessed another faith-changing event. The divine tree, the symbol of their religion, was struck by lightning and burned down. By this time, the ideologies of the Tsukumogami faith had taken root, and the sacredness was now determined by the antiquity of an object. The divine tree was not worshipped for subduing the water dragon. Instead, it was only due to the fact that it was the oldest object in the area, and so a new divine object was decided upon to take the tree's place. That next target for worship was the Inari statue. Before long, faith in the Inari statue itself developed, mixing with the Tsukumogami faith to create an amalgamation of beliefs completely unique to Ebisugoka. To this effect, the Mongol Inari faith here in Ebisugoka has almost no likeness to that practiced throughout the rest of Japan, and boasts a pathetically superficial history. Even this change of idols has been turned to some epic divine story by the priest. This is the nonsense they came up with. With the divine tree destroyed by lightning, the land lost its guardian, and the ancient evil water dragon attempts to rise from its slumber. Hearing the town's plight, a family of benevolent foxes travel far from the west to subdue the dragon once more. The people's faith in them bolsters their power, but without enough power, the dragon shall awaken once more. So now they are convincing locals to devote themselves to the new god Inarisama. Water Dragon, Divine Tree, Suko, Mogami, and now Inarisama. These pathetic people believe their faith has 1,000 years of history, yet it's been mutilated time and again to suit their petty needs. Man truly is a fickle beast. So yeah, basically mocking the religion, saying how it's just a mishmash of different pieces from different religions. I heard once that there was a shrine in shambles near Shu's house, but I never knew it was here. Shu told me back then that there's treasure at the roots of the divine tree or something. Sakuko once told me that this place is where the real Senensugi shrine is. Trying to keep an eye out for alternate paths where we might find the next statue to make an offering. Oh, there's a shrine right there. Here we go. Let's offer the tea. Yeah, might as well offer the yokansis. Look at all the health we have. God damn. We're almost at 1,000. Just one more. Should we just do it now? I guess just offer one. Alright, there we go. We got one. No, I was gonna say 1,025. No, we got 10,025. So now we can start to upgrade. And we got 4 Emma too. So the first thing we're gonna increase is probably... we should probably do stamina, right? Since we can always use more stamina. Yeah, let's do stamina. Because we can't do this one until the 4th playthrough. Or the 3rd. So let's do stamina. Your prayers were heard. You now have more stamina. Nice. And then we're gonna do health. You now have more health. And I guess we might as well do sanity, right? Just as well. More sanity. That's it for now. And then we're going to draw one of these to start the process of getting the trophy. So let's draw a random one. Increases max stamina. Nice. Let's draw another one. Decreases enemy line of sight. Apparently that makes it more difficult for them to spot you. One more. Slightly restores health after each successful counter. We have too much health right now, so that's not really something we want to invest in. Actually, let's take one more. Greatly decreases sanity consumption while using focus. Okay, we got a couple decent ones, but nothing too major. Nothing crucially important. More Yokan. That way we don't have to keep picking up the Yokan and offering it to the shrine. Dried carcass. And there's nothing there. So that's just a trap to spring when you gotta get the dried carcass over here. There's nothing inside the basket inside. But the monster will try to surprise you. Oh yeah, let's offer the dried carcass.
She knows more about the mountains than I do.
There's an awful lot of shrines surrounding this mountain. Look at that, they're everywhere. Oh, there's that jackass. Oh, we got an axe. Nice. The steel pipe has to go
Better take
because
this,
it's too weak.
just in case.
It's too weak compared to the axe. Nothing. There ain't shit in there. Oh, there's the fat guy. Okay, I don't think this guy has a one that we can counter using perfect dodge. I think you just have to you have to use the regular counter. I don't think perfect dodge works on him because it's not that type of attack. It's a spitting attack, so you can't really dodge it per se the way you do the other ones. You just move out of the way. Okay, so that was strangely underwhelming. Damn, he's still not dead. Now he's dead. Okay, so yeah, this is not worth it for regular attacks. Maybe in the fog world, I mean not the fog world, in the shrine world is worth it, but not here because the axe is just too slow and the sledgehammer is just too slow, so it doesn't work here. So this, we might as well just switch it out. Yeah, I think that's good because we can still dodge easily, but then the counter we're just gonna do the regular one. There's no point in trying to do the other ones. So I think that's the good combination for here. And then when we switch over to the shrine, the dark shrine world, what we do is we just switch over to the more health related omomoris like the max health or max stamina, etc. You know, the ones that are really useful in that place.
Is this some sort of frame?
Because here we need to preserve our weapons, so the weapon ones are more useful in the fog world, but then the health ones and max sanity, stamina are more useful in the dark shrine. They work much better in that world than in this one, so we're gonna save those for over there, and then here we'll just use the one that keep our weapons intact. That way we don't have to worry about breaking our sledgehammer after 2 or 3 hits.
How could you leave your partner like this, Shu?
We got another toolkit, even though we haven't used them in like 3 hours. So I'm wondering where the other Jesus statue is. I'm guessing it's sometime after we finish the next pursuit section. We don't have space for that T, so we're going to replace the Ramune. Oh yeah, look at them standing there all waiting for us.
not good. This won't last much longer. Damn.
Okay, so this just leads us back to over here. So we just went in one giant loop. I'm intentionally trying to get rid of the bat, that way we can replace it with something more durable. Like a crowbar or another axe or sledgehammer, so I'm intentionally trying to break it at this point.
Did I finally make it out?
Map of Sujisado. Oh, this is a huge area. Obviously we played through it in the first playthrough, but I didn't realize just how huge it is before we get to Shu's house. There's those stupid ass red capsules. One open without a key. Another toolkit. What about this area over here? No, we've been there already. Oh look, there's the outline of a doll monster right over there in the middle. Okay, so that just has a pill on it. There's nothing important there. They're all gonna revive as soon as we cross that barrier. They're all gonna stand up. And you do not have invincibility frames in this one,
Rinko?
so they can actually hit you when you are when you're climbing down from the cliff. Or the ledge. Alright, so we replaced the crowbar. Oh, this is open now. What the hell? She disappeared. Oh, we can go up too. This is a brand new area. It wasn't open before. Strange note, my sanctuary is still incomplete. I'm lonely. So lonely. It feels like I'm gonna freeze. I need to gather more women. More. But even when I do, they all go away. I keep collecting more and more, but they all die. Mommy, why did you leave me all alone? I'm lonely. So lonely. It feels like I'm gonna freeze. I need to gather more women. More. But even when I do, they all go away. Oh shit, that's the Fox guy. Because remember, he had all those cases, presumably, of all the women he tried to convert. One of them had Hinako's arm in it, but there were dozens more. And then also, he had the portraits of, like, I think it was 3 other women that came before Hinako. And the portraits all fell down, and hers was the last. And behind the third one was one that said, "Don't trust them." So, yeah, this is the Fox guy. So he's basically, is he really like collecting women to try to make them like a bride or sacrifice, and then they're just dying in the shrine world? I wonder if that's where many of these monsters come from. Like, they're not just manifestations of Hinako, they're also kind of like spirits of the previous victims. So this dude is messed up. Oh, damn, but I thought we could climb that ladder. But I guess not. I still want to know, what is he doing? Another sushi offering. Whatever, let's replace the yokan. Hell, we're just gonna eat it. We're just gonna eat the yokan because there's not... Might as well. Oh, it's full, we can't eat it. I guess we can just replace it. Metal gate key. Really? Really, you damn fool? You're gonna pull that out on us? Damn, he's fast. Damn, he tired himself out. He's a little tough to hit. Yeah, so like, what is this guy doing then? Like, what is his ultimate goal? That's what I want to find out. But I'm guessing we won't find out until until we get to the fourth ending. Oh, look at this one. Omamori Goat take less damage when facing multiple enemies. Scales with the number of enemies. Oh, so if you're facing like 3 at a time, you're gonna take a lot less damage.
Nice.
That's definitely useful. Yeah, you said it, Hinako. That's definitely useful. Yeah, so let's replace the perfect dodge, because whatever. We're not going to use the other one, so let's replace it. Where's the goat one? There we go. So now we take way less damage. See, we're finding all the shit for, you know, for making the game easier, so I'm guessing all this stuff would be really useful on hard and Lost in the Fog difficulty if we could just get past that goddamn boss battle with Sakuko. That's the real killer. Like I said, I might give it another try someday, but I'm gonna concentrate on Lost in the Fog difficulty first. I think this is the next chase sequence coming up, so I want to see if I can get through it to finally get the trophy. And then I'll call it a night, because I thought I was only going to record a few certain segments, but we've been finding new stuff constantly, so... yeah, there just hasn't been a reason to stop. Because we keep finding new memos and items and stuff. Damn, that did not go as I expected. Let's reload. That bridge is precisely the wrong path.
No!
God damn it. We were doing fine up until that turn. So we gotta remember, we gotta avoid the bridge, and then we also gotta avoid that left turn. Because the trophy is for not the trophy is for not getting caught. Damn it. I keep wanting to make that right turn, but there's nothing there. Damn, we just headed right into it. There's just too many turns. Like there's at least 3 turns that you have to get through. That's what makes it difficult. Because you're stuck trying to remember which way to go. God damn it. That stupid asshole. Goddamn stupid asshole. Just had to do his little fucking horn right there. That's the worst part. That fat guy right there. Made it. We made it.
Is it gone? I need a break.
Oh, but we still gotta do the second part. That sucks. There we go. What did that say? Agile something? Agile as the wind? Something like that? There we go. We got it. The more trophies we get on this playthrough, the less we have to do on subsequent playthroughs. The less we have to keep returning to this game over and over again. So I want to get as many of them as possible in this playthrough. And look, it put us right at a shrine.
Is it finally over?
Convenient. It put us right at a shrine. Let me see if I can find the fourth Chizo statue looking around somewhere. I'm not gonna do Shu's house at this point, but I want to see if I can find the fourth statue.
So it leads here.
Okay, so that's already leading us back to his home. But I don't want to go there just yet. Find Shu and Rinko. Yeah, we're not entering that building just yet.
Shu! Partner! It's me!
Oh, that's an offering for sure. Cracked hibachi brazier. Hey, hibachi. This brazier was filled with charcoal to help stay warm until the large crack put an end to that. Okay, so there's our offering. Oh, where's the shrine? There's more of Shu's drugs. We gotta keep clear of those. Oh, this is new. Completely. Before we just found this letter. And the prescription he gave her for the drugs. Don't take them, Hinako, if it's more drugs. Don't take them.
Partner. Thanks for everything.
What is it? Oh, it was more medicine.
I'll do this without you. I'll be fine. On my own.
Yeah, we don't need more drugs, Shu. You've done enough. Winners don't do drugs. God damn, they made it blatantly obvious. Letter to my partner. Hey there, partner. We've made it out of some pretty vicious battles together, huh? Even hard to part ways with our fair share of comrades on the battlefield. I just never thought we'd have to part ways too. But at least ours won't be a goodbye to death on the battlefield. From now on, you can't ask for anything from me, okay? Because it's not like I'm going to expect your help anymore. You have to look after yourself now. I won't be there to drag you to safety when you fall. But wherever we go and no matter what we do, we'll always be a part of the Space Army and we'll always be partner. Got it? Thanks for everything, Hinako. Shu. Oh, that letter is kind of sweet.
Shu.
Shu's knowledge of medicine rivals that of a veteran pharmacist. From ingredients efficacy to the medicine that best matches your body, you name it and he'll be able to tell you. You can consult him with all those pains that come with growing up, like headaches to acne, and just like that he'll recommend you medicine and also give you advice on daily lifestyle choices. Rumor got around that listening to Shu's advice really does make acne go away, and now he's really popular with the girls. I suffer from frequent headaches, so Shu gets me medicine based on my symptoms and it really helps out. Yeah, except when he used the wrong medicine and
I guess I'll wait for the two of them inside the house.
turned her into a drug addict. Addicted to freaking white Claudia. That was a boneheaded move on his part. Okay, so we have to find the shrine. It's gotta be close by. We still have that save from before, so if she decides not to allow you to explore, we can just look it up. Okay, so can we go back? Because I think it might be over here in this area. Near the tree. I was about to say, what about over here? But we can't... Oh, there it is, right there. There's the statue. Offered the cracked hibachi brazier. I found the damaged Ojizo-san in the mountains. The character for Hai. Fire can be faintly seen etched into the stone base. I wonder what'll happen if I offer something that relates to that character. I think there was something in the secret hideout Shu and I used. My ears were met with the soothing chime of bells upon offering the item this should do. Also, there's the other puzzles we did. Alright, so we stumbled onto it. We only got one left. And she also marked it too. I still want to see what's over here in this area. So it's obvious when we come back next time, we'll continue into Shu's house and proceed further with the story. But we've only got one offering left and we'll be able to get the sword. I want to see how good it is. This looks like a cemetery.
Is this Sakuko's old shrine? I heard it used to do very well, but that people stopped visiting it after the fire.
Oh, is this where you have to purify it? It looks like a puzzle. Yeah, research journal photo 4. A photo attached to a research journal. Appears to be a clue collected by a researcher investigating the folklore of Ebisugoka. The defeated soldiers needed a place they could hide to escape prosecution by the enemy army. They were unable to engage with anyone from surrounding settlements, so there was no way for them to purchase new goods. This forced them to make do with what they already had, and led to a culture where tools were used for as long as possible. The act of treating old tools with respect and reusing broken or unwanted ones was seen as a virtue and called kishu. It was thought that when a tool reached the end of its lifespan and was laid to rest, then both the tool and the god to whom it was offered would be pleased. Clearly a tradition born of necessity in a hidden village of defeated soldiers. That's a lot of lore on the Japanese background for this. This looks like a puzzle though, so I think this might be where we have to purify the sword later on. It does look like some type of shrine puzzle. And there's a lot of components too. Divine water. Dried carcass. Oh, the shrine is right over there. We can offer the water and then pick up the carcass. Yeah, I get the feeling this is where we might have to come back and purify the sword in there. Since she said it was Sakuko's old shrine. Offer divine water. I was feeling like drawing 2 more Omamori, but maybe we should wait until we get some more Emma. Just to be able to upgrade again.
Is this some sort of offering?
And that way we also we don't waste the points that we have. What's up here? Okay, so we did the fire one. Oh, there's a tree. Looking like something out of Tolkien or a Sleepy Hollow or something. Look at that tree.
This is the
Oh, divine tree.
It's in bad shape now, but I bet it used to be pretty impressive at one point.
Remember Sleepy Hollow? I watched that recently where the horseman comes out of the dead tree whenever he's summoned by the witch. Sakuko's dream is to restore the shrine to its former glory. But would such a thing even be possible? I can't really imagine the town's elderly residents climbing all the way up here. People here used to worship the 1,000-year cedar. Now they pray to the Inari statues. I'm starting to think that rather than some revered god, maybe we humans hold more power because we choose which god to worship. That makes sense. A lonely little shrine situated on the outskirts of town. The name Senisugi Shrine sure sounds fancy, but that's all it has going for it. Even though Ebisugoka is full of elderly believers, this shrine rarely gets any visitors. They instead go to what's closest to them, and that's an Inari statue. Oh, we read that one about it already. I remember what Sakuko said. What Sakuko once said Sensugi Shrine didn't used to be a small shrine that we know. The real shrine was situated on the mountain, and it was much more impressive than it is now. Long ago, there was an actual 1,000-year cedar that was worshipped as a divine vessel. Okay, we read that one too. Sakuko says that the custom of putting old tools to rest is called the Tsukumogami faith. During the course of history, it somehow fused with the Inari faith, making it a special religious view of Ebisugoka. The only shrine in town, Senisugi Shrine, was, as its name suggests, worshipping a 1,000-year cedar as its divine tree. After living to see 1,000 years, it was praised as divine. And then once the divine tree turned to ash, it was time to worship the next oldest thing. Sakuko reckons that it just so happened to be the moss-covered Inari statue. The believer's world and the god's world realm are not impervious to change. No matter how revered a god may be, their believers can choose to worship another god, or their religion could prove impossible to preserve in its original form. The Tsukumogami faith, where one would worship old things, shifted over to the Inari faith, once the object of worship changed to the moss-covered Inari statues. I'm sure that the mix of the Inari faith and Tsukumogami faith is only one of many cases. And once 100 years pass, who knows, the Tanuki statues of Shigaraki could be the next object of worship. It sounds like the Mother Stone that they worship in Silent Hill. Because it's also very old and supposedly let them communicate with the dead.
Yojizo-san. Someone put a shawl on it.
It is said that Ebisugoka was a hidden village that once served as refuge for defeated soldiers of the Taira clan. Unfortunately, evidence to support this tale has yet to be found. Still, Ebisugoka shares many cultural similarities with those of other hidden villages, and it is my belief that this tale is true. According to other local legends, the soldiers who fled here vowed to exact revenge upon the Minamoto clan and restore the Taira clan to its former glory. Upon swearing this oath, they buried the sword of the deceased leader at the base of the great tree that serves to protect this land. It'll be a historical breakthrough if we could find that sword. It's in there, isn't it? We gotta make one more offering. But it's in here somewhere. Yeah, I'm guessing once we make one more offering, the tree will show us where the sword is, but we gotta find one more statue. And then I guess we come back to the tree and retrieve the sword. And then we can choose whether or not to purify it in that shrine or just go it alone the way it is. Which obviously is a very bad decision, but we're gonna make it anyway. But that's for next time, because right now we're gonna save. It's almost 2 hours and I already had like a 15-minute part before this, so it's gonna be like 2.5 hours for this video. So we're done with Silent Hill for now. I'm gonna pick it back up in a couple days. But first we're going to finish out Soul Reaper 2. Oh wait, let me offer this before we go. There we go. And some Arare too. It's only 10, but every little bit helps. Now we're gonna save. Alright, so we're nearing the end more or less because I don't know if the end game's gonna be exactly the same as it was in the original, just with a different boss, but we're at Chu's house already. We know we have one of the last shrine segments coming up. She's already transformed, so I imagine we're gonna be able to skip a lot of that stuff because we don't need to do the 3 rituals. She's transformed already, so I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes. And if we find any new locations like we did in the previous section with that little closed off room. But yeah, it's coming up to decision time, so like I said, we're gonna make the bad decision first. We're gonna grab the sword and use it as is and see where that leads us. Probably to hell. And then we'll reload from the alternate save and then do the actual better ending where we do purify the sword. And then that save file will be the one we use to pursue the 4th ending next time. Probably on Lost in the Fog difficulty, depending on how many memories we've gathered. But yeah, this game is a lot more fun on the second playthrough than it is on the first. And I imagine a lot of people, now that they've heard how frustrating the combat is, are definitely going to go for that casual difficulty for their first playthrough. Like I said, I might try it at some point just to see what it's like, but I'm already committed to getting these trophies, so it's not going to make a bit of difference for me. I'm just going to rely on the Omamori and I guess the Sacred Sword to pull us through and let us finish Lost in the Fog difficulty. But that's it for now. This was a fun little trip to go to the areas and find all that new stuff that we did, so looking forward to doing more of it next time. So I will see you next time on Silent Hill F on the PS5. See you later, everyone.